The moment you started telling people your plans, you lost. You just don't know it yet. Let that sit. You walked into that room, you said the words. People nodded, maybe smiled, and something in your chest felt like momentum. It felt like progress. It felt real. It wasn't. What you felt was your brain lying to you, a chemical reward for work you haven't done, a gold medal handed out at the starting line. And the worst part? The more convincingly you talked, the more completely you were deceived. Here is what nobody tells you when you're young. Silence is a weapon. Talking is a leak. Most men spend their entire lives bleeding out through their mouths, announcing ambitions at dinner tables, posting goals on social media, telling friends what they're about to do, and then wondering years later why it never happened. Why the version of themselves they described so clearly never showed up. It's not a motivation problem. It's not a discipline problem. It's a biology problem. And once you understand it, you can never unknow it. In 2009, a psychologist at New York University named Peter Gollwitzer published a study that should have changed how every ambitious man on Earth operates. 4 experiments, dozens of subjects, one brutal conclusion. When you announce your goal to another person, when you make it social, your brain registers a premature sense of completion. The identity you're working toward feels, to your nervous system, like an identity you already have. The dopamine spike you were supposed to earn through months of grinding, you just collected it early, for free, for nothing. You told someone you were going to get in shape. Your brain filed that under mission accomplished. You posted about your new business idea. Your brain closed the loop. You explained your 5-year plan at Thanksgiving. Your brain marked it done. This is not metaphor. This is not motivational speak. This is measurable neurochemistry. Your reward system cannot distinguish between doing the thing and being acknowledged for intending to do the thing. So every time you open your mouth about your goals, you steal fire from your own engine. Think about the men you actually respect, the ones who built something real. Did they announce it first? Go back and look. The pattern is always the same. They disappeared. They went quiet. People around them started to wonder what happened, where they went, why they stopped posting, stopped talking, stopped showing up in the ways they used to. And then one day, results. Not a press release. Results. Marcus Aurelius didn't post his meditations for public approval. He wrote them for himself, in private, as a man trying to hold himself to a standard no crowd would ever see enforced. He understood something. The audience is the enemy of the work. The moment you perform your growth, you stop growing. The ancient Stoics had a concept they called prohairesis, the discipline of your own will, completely insulated from external judgment. Not for approval, not for recognition, for mastery. Epictetus, a man who was born a slave and died revered, said it plainly, "Make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens." What is in your power? Your effort, your silence, your next move. What is not in your power? Their reaction, their validation, their understanding of what you're building. So why are you spending so much energy on the thing you can't control? Let's talk about the cost, not in theory, in real terms. Every time you talk about what you're going to do, you are making a choice. You are choosing the feeling of having already done it over the reality of doing it. You are choosing social currency over actual capital. You are choosing now over later. And in every arena that matters, later is where everything real lives. The business you talked about for 2 years while someone else built it, in silence. The body you said you were going to build every January while someone was already in the gym at 5 a.m., not posting about it, not telling anyone, just moving. The relationship you wanted, the craft you wanted to master, the life you said you were going to have. All of it delayed, diluted, or stolen, not by your enemies, not by bad luck, but by your own voice. You were your own saboteur, and you did it with a smile on your face and an audience watching. Now, here is the other side. When you go silent, something shifts. At first, it feels strange. Social media feels like shouting into a void. Conversations feel thinner because you're not filling them with your future. You might even feel lonely for a while because you've mistaken the performance of progress for the thing itself. But underneath that discomfort, something is building. Energy that used to drain outward starts to collect. You stop needing external validation to continue because the work itself becomes the feedback loop. Your confidence stops being borrowed from other people's reactions and starts being built from evidence, your evidence accumulated in private. The man who works in silence is building a completely different kind of identity, not the kind that needs to be recognized to feel real. The kind that is real whether anyone sees it or not. He doesn't need you to believe in him. He already believes in himself. Not because he said it out loud, but because he has shown himself in small ways every single day with no audience, no applause, no validation. That man is dangerous, not in a way that announces itself. This is the Underdog Protocol, not the version where you grind yourself into dust for someone else's approval. The version where you disappear into the work and re-emerge as someone unrecognizable. You don't explain the process. You don't document every step. You don't seek permission or understanding or encouragement from people who are not doing what you're doing. You move. You move in the dark. You move in the quiet. You move when nobody is watching and nobody is clapping and nobody cares. Yet. Because yet is where everything is. The promotion you want, the physique you want, the business you're building, the skill you're sharpening. It is sitting on the other side of the silence you're not willing to keep. And the men who are already there? They're not on your timeline telling you how they did it. They're already working on the next thing. So here is where this leaves you. You have two options right now. You can take what you just heard, feel the surge of it, and go tell someone how it changed your perspective, and your brain will collect its dopamine, and you will feel good, and nothing will change. Or you can close this, open nothing else. Go find the thing you've been putting off and put 1 hour into it, in silence, with no audience. Just you and the work and the uncomfortable fact that you are capable of more than you have shown. That's the fork. You know which one leads somewhere. Epictetus told you what's in your power. So does the man in the mirror. The only question is whether you're willing to act on it. Quietly, consistently, with no one watching. No one. Most men won't. That's why most men don't win. But you're still here. And you know the difference now. Use it. Subscribe. And comment the word silent below if you made it this far. I read everyone.